Well, hello, folks. So, Bubba the Jewish Redneck Prepper back with you today. We're in a beautiful part of the country here in the state of Georgia. And we're right outside Widener, Georgia at Fort Yargo State Park. Got a treat for you today. Here on this state park, we got Fort Yargo. And here's what makes Fort Yargo so good. You got all this old fort building here and different replicas out here. So I just wanted to take the opportunity to let you see it. If you're ever down here in Georgia, right outside of Widener, Georgia, it's Fort Yargo. And it has a few plaques out here letting you know about early frontier life out here on the plains of Georgia. Back in the early 1800s, late 1700s, where Widener, Georgia, outside of Athens, would have been considered the frontier of Georgia. This talks about Fort Yargo's frontier fences, like you see right here. Getting on over here, talks about Fort Yargo's living history. And every year here at Fort Yargo, they go back over 200 years to the day around the Revolutionary War years, and show you what it's like in the 1700s and late 1700s, early 1800s of frontier life. And they do reenactments here at least once, I think sometimes maybe twice a year. And here we go. We got across the lake there, that's the Welcome Center. They have restrooms and like a hall to have meetings. They have a store there for the park store. And here's some concrete plaques. It says Fort Yargo Log House, built in 1793 by the state of Georgia to protect white settlers from Indians. And then it goes here, 2005 Centennial Project by the Rotary Club of Widener, Georgia, right here. And let's see, get us some brief information here about Fort Yargo with a state plaque here. It says Fort Yargo, this remarkably preserved log blockhouse, was built in 1793. According to historians, there are several references to Fort Yargo as existing prior to 1800. Its location is given as 3 miles southwest of Jug Tavern, originally named for Widener. Early historians say Fort Yargo was one of the 4 forts built by Humphrey brothers to protect early settlers from Indians. The other 3 forts were listed as Tallahassee, Thermocalgan, now Jefferson, and Groening Rock, now Commerce. Fort Yargo is now a state park with recreational facilities, which you have all types of camping, fishing, and this is a good place to fish at. So let's walk on up here and take a close look at this old fort. Now sometimes when people think forts, they think like a western fort with cavalry divisions and stuff like this. This is what the old forts used to look like here in Georgia, folks. Folks from all different settlements would come to an area like this. And I wish I could get on the inside, but it looks like it's locked. I think the last time I was here at this place, it was unlocked. But here we got all kinds of different displays out here. We got let's see, what does it say here? Gives you a little breakdown here on this plaque outside the structure, which talks about Fort Yargo's log structure. Talks about the floors, the notching in the wood, and chinking, putting the clay and stuff between the logs and stuff. And this is the old time ways, folks. This is our ancestors. And up here, if I'm not badly mistaken, I think this is where, like a blacksmithing thing, could be. Don't give us really no indication. But it looked like it could be a blacksmith thing. There's another thing of the fort. And right here, I'm not sure if this is old chicken coop or if this is the smokehouse. We got another couple of buildings back here, I think. And one of them is the smokehouse and such. I'm not sure which one is. One was, I think, supposed to be in the chicken coop. One's supposed to be the smokehouse. I'm not sure which one's which. But I think at one time they might have had I believe they had a place out here where they made syrup. But I'm not sure. Let's see what this plaque has to say over here. Okay, this is the smokehouse. It says Fort Yago's Smokehouse. And this is something that they built here. Just showing you about how life used to be out on the frontier here in Fort Yago. And it's going to go around. Maybe this might have been the old chicken coop here. And such. Look like this could have been the chicken coop. Let's see if it looks like it's got a sliding door on it. Well, this is the woodshed. Okay. Woodshed. Got wood out here you can burn for the fire. But what's unique out here, outside, this is where you could sit when they have public displays out here at Fort Yago. And see what this other plaque says. Beehive oven. This is where, right behind this plaque is Fort Yago's beehive oven, where they would bake bread and biscuits and any other kind of cakes and stuff like that. So this is the oven, folks. Whenever you're around here, give you a demonstration of it. And over here is a open place where they can cook stuff. And this is the back side of the fort. And see if you can get in this area. Might not be able to get in. Now this is boarded up. I wish I could get into this old fort. But I do know down here in these little flower beds, they used to plant different herbs and stuff in these beds for people to come when they do the demonstrations and stuff. And they got a few picnic tables around here and such. Okay, folks, well, this is as far as actual history here at Fort Yago. This is the old Fort Yago fort that protected white settlers from the Native Americans here. So if you like this video, how about leave a comment and subscribe to the Jewish Redneck Prepper. Until the next time, this is old Bubba saying God bless, enjoy the journey, and shalom.